All right, I was going to play something. Oh no, I keep hitting the wrong buttons here. Hey, Rob Smith here. It's March 20th, 2026. And I'm just teaming up. I was going to play. Where the heck did my little thing go I had all set up here? Is that it? Nope. There I am live. I had something else. Where's my. No, that's involving the other thing. Well, that's definitely not it. Where's this one? That is it. Oh, I turned the sound off. Well, never mind. Okay, I'm here anyway, because it doesn't matter. I have this set up for tomorrow. I do plan on coming back live tomorrow at noon, and I'm going to paint what I'm doing right here. Pop, 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 poppity, pop, pop. Hmm. There's my live, right? Oh, I keep having the same problem come up. Okay. I'm live. Do. Just can't see what I'm doing. Hold on a second. Okay. I think I've got more in my. Well, I had things set up and I messed it up. Hold on a second. Let me just go right there. We go. All right. Okay. Now, let's see. Something I was going to share earlier today. I don't know if I did or not. I shared this a few days ago. I picked this up $3. Big $3. Originally, this was cost somebody 12, but that's $12 if you try to get these originals. I have most of these, not all of them, in the original form, but this is one you can. It's it's a sturdier. It's a little pushy, little plushy. It's not. It's hardcover, but it's a little plushier. There's nine books in one. If you try to buy each one of these individually, you're going to find yourself spending probably $50, $75. Most of these are out of print, hard to find. All right, this is one I don't have, the Animals of Farmer Jones. I think this was his first, or one of his first. Richard Scarry, the great drawer, artist, illustrator. Richard Scarry. Mostly known for his busy world. He died in '94, I think. I think his wife was Patsy, is it? And then his daughters took it over, his family. But it's all run out of, which was Golden Books, which became, it's part of a giant monopoly now. It's a free for all. But this is a collection. Actually, I think the first page is right there. Yeah, Polite Elephant. This has come in, this version come in with those little hard books for little children. But Scary's work is very good. One thing is that he rarely uses any outline. Rarely uses any outline. All this fur and all. Something again. I have patience. My patience level is very low for that. I don't know how. You have to be a sedate individual to try to endeavor upon such things. This is certainly one of the best he did, and I have a couple different copies of this. It's more than just. It's got the country mouse and the city mouse. But then it goes into this thing with the crows and the fox and the crow, and the gingerbread man, and little golden books and a whole bunch of little gingerbread men, different ones. But yeah, this is a nice little. I don't know why I never saw the original of this. My version is not very good shape. This is in very good shape, very well printed, very well done. I don't know if this is still available. And I found it at this book sale in Citrus Springs a week ago today. Or it was a week ago. 2014 is when this came out, so it was 11 years ago. Do not know if it's still available. But it's a nice way of getting it, even for $12. There's the original covers. Yeah, that one. Do not have cars and trucks. But Scary was an amazing production industry, and certainly that they still produce so much of his work today. There was an animated version on one of the cable channels a long time ago. Quite something. Okay, so about fairies. One thing I like to do is I like to use reference. And I didn't start off with the kitties. I want to try to make sure I do start off with the kitties every day. It's just something cute and humorous. So maybe check, make sure I got everything in the frame here. I'm using a different backboard than I did it 24 hours ago. Found myself in a spot where it was just too hard to carry that big board, and I was fighting it as much as trying to do this. Over here, I have a special little digital folder full. I once had physical folders, real life folders, which I lost in my move. I don't know if I lost all of them, but I lost a lot of them. And I've had different digital files of photos. In fact, some are missing. I noticed I have a specific file for children. I was going to use one of the children folders I had is missing. So I was going to use it for one of the fairies from last week, I think. So let me go over to people. So I keep a little folder. Which can I show this? Yeah, can I turn this up? Yeah, here we go. Let me take this off here. So there's the folders. I've got a folder for. I have one specifically for color because I found some references for color that I can then just take. I could take it, put the image into Photoshop, steal the color, and use it. And it gets. I have trouble with color. I really hardly ever use it anymore. But then there's one for costumes. This is different time periods. This costuming is not quite fair because it is period pieces, historic things. Then I've got one for critters. This is a very huge file, critters is. And then I have one for fire because fire's tough. Food, guns, holidays, landscape. You can see it. All right. So let's go to where's people? People, and then I've got one. Get one for children. I pulled out very children images I find, and I think they might work. And some of these are friends of mine, actually. This is a little girl I did a drawing of at a event. I thought, oh, well, she's perfect for a little, the nose and all, just great to turn into a fairy or use for child reference. Some of these, it's something I've done. All right. Let's go back here. I'm going to take one of these. You take this little girl. Though, oddly enough, I was not. Where's the one that I had? I'm trying to find one I used here. That's like stacked up. Here. Oddly enough, this one I did this past week or so. This looks like that little girl I just showed, but I did not use her for a reference. Just per chance, does have a likeness to her. So I'm trying to get that look. Certain looks. And that was from another one. I think it kind of stands out that I'm using some photo. I just want to make sure I get. My big problem is, and this certainly is true, like when a mermaid comes up, or anything, is that I can get all the characters to look the same. And that's not good. And same with the leprechauns I've been using. Okay, let me see. Actually, I don't like the drawing I did of her, which was, I think, it had to be 5 years ago. So this girl's 5 years older now. That was Ross Allen book, 5 years. Whenever the virus hysteria was 6 years ago. So this girl's 6 years older than she is now. I have no idea where she is. Let me see. Let me use a different one because that does look a lot like the last one I did. Let me use another. I need to put more children's photos in here is what I need to do. I don't. It's just when I see them, I say, oh, that might be good someday. And I grab the image. And I do have other images somewhere over the decades. I'm not quite clear where those are. I have lost some over time. Okay, let me try with. I don't even know what this is. Some of these images, I don't even know where I got them from. So I saw them, I thought this person would work good. Or especially if they go look at a certain angle. For example, what I'm looking at here is right angle. But I was trying to also think of something I could use for, Country Mouse, City Mouse brings to mind. Week from tomorrow, I'll be doing free happy animal drawings at Marion County Days for a friend of mine, or wherever. I don't know where I'm going to be exactly. I have too many friends at this event, but I think I'm going to be with one in particular. Last two fairy drawings I did were with flowers. I'll do this with a mouse. Mouse. Tomorrow I'll be doing a live making it up as I draw, which I'm kind of doing right now, which I am doing right now. So I'm penciling, no direct inking. All right. Ow. something over here. I need a point pad. Old girl I'm using as reference here is looking up, not down. I'm just it's a rough reference, just to keep myself in line and not be drawing the same face. I think this one looks significantly different from the others I've done. In fact, a lot of them I've ever done. So you can use reference. You don't use it. Don't try to make it look like it. Try to make it just a guide, which is what I do. Of course, I'm using no pose at all. I'm making the pose up entirely here. And fairies are not my thing to draw, but wow, do people like what I've done with them? So, all right, here's another one. I was told the one I showed was too heavy, and I needed to make. So I'm trying to take that as I get again. I love feedback. So if you ever want feedback, let me know stuff because I don't otherwise know. The idea is that tomorrow I'll come back around noontime and paint this. I think I'll do something with So there's some little pixie something going on here involving the mouse. Enchantment of some sort, you know. Always have to think of the story. Always have to think of the story. Yeah, I was trying to do a live one last night. I was just tired. And this is a struggle to do a lot of this, because this is not my bailiwick. And I have so much to do. But I also want to try to get as much done as I can. And I do look at for weekly results of whatever it is I'm working on. And this helps me feel like I'm getting something done. I can look back and say, oh, okay. I mean, all those fairies were done here in the past week, right? Week. All right, and I'll erase this. And I'll paint this tomorrow around noontime and go back over the lines a bit, make it a little stronger here. I might build these up a little bit now just because I'm here. Then I got a lot to do, lot to do. One thing is go ahead and just get the eyes while I'm in the area. Then I go back over it. I don't want to get too cartoony, which the face is a little more cartoony than I'd like, but oh well. Now, I mean, this pen is definitely a dry, you call it a dry brush. Part of this is also something Mari Smith, Marismith, no relation, is putting up a challenge of making sure you post every day, which I do anyway. As with a little Facebook thing here, I post happy days, day being Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers' birthday. So I'm already doing that. I'm trying to kick it up a notch by putting 2 posts a day, and this has encouraged me to do that. For the month of March, maybe I can continue on, see if it makes any difference to interaction. I'm curious as to how all this interaction works, Facebook, whatever, especially after all the hacking that happened to me. I lost everybody, with the exception of YouTube. I hadn't really used it too much here this year, really. Last year, when I was in Palm Bay, I was using it about a little. I was starting to really use it. But I've mostly been using Facebook for live whatevers. But I've been trying to kick up my numbers here. Well, I'm not even at 300 yet, but it could be worse. And I do have the other channel, Swampy's Florida, but I've really not been. I was going to really get into that, but I actually gotten more away from it than into it. And making this as much Swampy's Florida as the other one would have been. Putting a shadow for the mouse, but nothing for the fairy. We're not quite sure if a fairy's real or not, are we? All right. All right. I'll erase. Well, I wish I can do that now, can't I? This will give me the base to color from. I'm trying to paint last night. I just think I get a little too tired at night to do something I really not much for anyway. Folks are a bit frustrated that I'm not an artist, but I'm not. As I say, I'm a storyteller. Now, what's going on here? You could write. I could tell you a story or two. Make something up right here. A whole bunch of things could be going on. Fairies looking to take over the world and starting off with enchanting the mice, and enchanting the bunnies, and enchanting spiders, and enchanting bears, and enchanting deer, and enchanting humans. And soon the fairies own the planet. Who knows? Make up whatever story you want. As long as you think of a story. And thinking is so important. Thinking. Okay, there you go. I'm not actually seeing if there's anyone else here now, but in fact, I can't find the mouse. But there's something to go by. Look at that. Wow, I get that nice and red, didn't I? Pressing on there. So I'm only half hour. I could do another one. But I can show you what I've been doing. We did it because I think this wasn't this past week. This was the week before. I actually forget. And there was this one. I haven't collected. Now I've lost it. Yeah, this was one I was trying to do last night. Paper gets like this, it makes me crazy. That's not good. I can't. Oh yeah, I did this. I've been doing color. These two I originally did on non-watercolor paper, which is why they were bent and folded and all. But all right, well that's that. I'll come back tomorrow noontime and do some watercolor. Thank you all for being here. Please, if you get a chance, a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. I know I've not been here very long, but I don't do too many drawings. I need a watercolor. I'm not sure what this is. That's really heavy duty. That's more like cardboard almost. Oh, well. Okay. Thank you for being here. See y'all next time. Rob Smith here. Good night.